First filmed episode. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let me redo that. First filmed episode. Here we go for the Basement Movie Podcast.
Yeah. So what we're going to be talking about today, we're going to go through news. Real quick, yes, including Jeremy Renner. Man, what is he doing? And then we're going to talk about the Star Wars trailer. Then the bulk of what we're going to talk about is the first Watchmen episode.
All right, man, let's kick this off.
So, starting with news, Jeremy Renner's ex-wife claims he threatened to kill her and himself.
All right. I mean, I'm not surprised a little bit. He always seemed crazy to me.
Yeah. Plus, Jeremy Renner fires back at his ex-wife saying, "You're the one with the drug problem."
Which I feel like a lot of drug people say.
So,
unless they're both doing drugs.
Maybe they are.
I mean, that no one's hearing out that side of the story.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll figure it out as we go. But Marvel Studios is reportedly considering options of how to proceed with his new Disney Plus show, Hawkeye, in light of these allegations.
Would you rather have them cut him or recast him?
I'd have him killed on screen. Okay. Well, okay, maybe not on screen, but like in the show, you know.
In the show,
yeah. Yeah, like something like that. But it's very interesting. Staying with Marvel, Deadpool writers confirm Marvel will keep Deadpool rated R.
I mean, rated R X-Men movies seem to be a proven winning formula.
Logan, Deadpool, and Deadpool 2. Yep.
Yeah. Also, I think X-Men should be the R-rated series. I mean, not all of it, but I mean, X-Men always seemed more violent, more aggressive. So.
Yeah, I mean, when you got Wolverine and Deadpool playing around, there's going to be some blood.
Plus, the commentary is a little bit darker than the traditional stuff, so might as well just make it all dark.
Exactly. And then moving on to DC, Jonah Hill was in The Batman, and now he's out.
I want him back.
Yeah.
I think he would provide a unique counterbalance to the movie. I mean, it's Robert Pattinson, Paul Dano.
Yep.
Paul Dano, Zoe Kravitz, Robert Pattinson. I mean, Jonah Hill would be awesome for that cast.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I say fight for him.
They can. Moving back to Marvel, they will be developing an Ant-Man 3.
Paul Rudd deserves it.
Exactly.
People like the Ant-Man movies. I still haven't seen them yet. I'm going to become informed for it. I promise. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it would be a great opportunity to introduce the Fantastic Four.
Through the quantum realm.
Which, I mean, time traveling a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it would make more, for me, in terms of what is going on in the Marvel Universe right now, it would make more sense for the Fantastic Four to get their powers through the quantum realm.
Yeah. Because, it's like the most confusing way to introduce it. Because we don't really know how the quantum realm works, Yeah.
So where would they fit in the timeline? Would they be old school S.H.I.E.L.D. workers? Would they be working with Hank Pym in the 70s? Or maybe, with Stark during the 80s and 90s?
I think they'd be working with Hank Pym just to tie it into Ant-Man more. And they'd be working in the 70s probably for S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah. And then, just like Scott Lang, they get stuck in the quantum realm and then get blasted out present day.
Yeah.
So
that'd be awesome.
That'd be pretty sweet. But Ant-Man is the most underrated character in the MCU. Moving on, there's a live-action Barney movie in the works with Daniel Kaluuya.
I mean, I just want to know who's playing Barney. That's all I want to know right now.
I
mean, if it's him, then I'll see it. What if it's a dark movie? What if the creators are like, you know what? Let's make a Barney movie for adults.
Maybe. We'll see. But HBO Max lands Studio Ghibli rights, including all of their films.
I mean, personally, this is a big win for myself. I use HBO now. So, I've always wanted to watch the movies. I haven't seen them in many years. They used to be on Cartoon Network, every Friday or whatever.
Yeah.
Or I think every Saturday, actually. So, I'm excited to watch some great movies.
Yeah. And then, a couple DC news. Jason Momoa says that Aquaman 2 will begin filming in 2020. And The Rock says that Black Adam is in pre-production after 10 years of waiting.
Yeah. So, did not like the first Aquaman movie, but I'm open to the second one. I got a feeling it might be a little bit better. And then Black Adam, I am completely over The Rock. I've been waiting for this movie to come out for years, and now I just don't really care. There's some characters that are getting movies now that I care about a lot more, like the Joker.
Shazam.
That's a great movie. So, I don't know. Show me it's going to be a great movie.
Yeah. And then Quentin Tarantino won't recut Once Upon a Time in Hollywood for China based on their problems that they had with Bruce Lee's portrayal in the movie.
Don't compromise your art. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, it's a great movie. And Bruce Lee he plays a minor role. Yeah. So it's it'd be tough to cut around it.
Plus, it was important for justifying the ending, I would say.
Yeah, so. Definitely. And then moving on, the most important piece of news that we have for you today. Chicken Run 2, officially in pre-production.
Great movie. I love stop-motion animated movies. They make me feel something on the inside, so, I'm all for it. I'm a big fan of Tweety's Farm.
Yeah.
And maybe Mel Gibson will come back. I don't think so, though.
It'd be cool if he did. Mel Gibson coming back,
I mean, he's kind of back in it now, I would say.
Kinda. I mean, he's got the beard,
Yeah.
But
more of a director now, but, he has a voice.
Chicken Run 2. I have the first Chicken Run on VHS, so...
Let's get a VHS player.
Let's get a VHS player, yes. And then finally, Cardi B has been cast in Fast and Furious 9.
I hate Fast and Furious, the entire franchise. I will never watch Hobbs and Shaw. I hope this kills the franchise.
Well, they're still planning a 10th movie.
You know what? Everyone a part of the franchise needs to grow up.
I mean, the first one was good.
The acting is so bad in every single movie.
Every single one. Acting's bad. But the first one was good. The fourth one was good because everyone came back after Tokyo Drift. 6 was good. That was the first one with The Rock. No, the second one with The Rock. Then 7 was good, but sad because of Paul Walker. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. But, so yeah, Cardi B in Fast and Furious. First Iggy Azalea, and then Cardi B.
It's just the franchise, I just don't get it. I'm not about it.
All right, and then moving on to Monday Night Football.
The greatest game of the year.
Jets versus the Patriots.
Yeah.
Tom Brady versus Sam Darnold.
I will say, huge upset. Did not see the Patriots coming in there and winning the game.
Yeah, I know. Sam Darnold coming back from mono. The game was over in the first quarter.
Probably in the first 2 minutes.
Probably. But that's not why we care. We care because there's a Star Wars trailer at halftime, the final trailer for Rise of Skywalker.
Which I will say, Star Wars: The Force Awakens trailer was super good. I remember we watching it like 5 times the first night it came out. The nostalgic feelings that it gave me were incredible. So far, the Rise of Skywalker trailers, I mean, I really enjoy them. Mm-hmm. I got a feeling this is going to feel like a Star Wars movie. Yeah. I mean, the last 2 Star Wars movies, as in like the numbered ones, The Last Jedi and Force Awakens, they felt like Star Wars movies, but also felt like modern movies,
Yeah. I mean...
That's not Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly, because it's a galaxy far, far away, a long time ago,
So they gotta talk weird.
Yeah, I mean, they're making, like, 21st century jokes, and it's like, it's funny, but when you think about it more, like we do, it's like,
kind of hurts.
Yeah, it does. Because, I mean, Force Awakens was good. It was basically A New Hope. They played it safe, and they got $1 billion out of it. Yeah. So, it was still good, though. Yeah. It was still good.
Last Jedi was, I would say, 50 to 60% Empire Strikes Back, and then just some stuff. Which, I mean, if you like it, or you do like... I mean, if you like it or you don't like it, that affects your view on it, but, I mean, it wasn't what anyone wanted.
Is your chair okay?
Yeah.
But The Last Jedi, oh man, do I have opinions about that?
Some good scenes.
Good scenes.
Some bad scenes.
Some very bad scenes. But, I mean, good fight sequences. Yeah. But that's a topic for another day.
Yeah, so let's talk about the big nugget. What did you see?
I saw Palpatine, I think.
And we heard Palpatine.
We heard Palpatine, that's for sure.
We saw the Death Star where he died.
Yep, and Rey and Kylo Ren about to fight in the throne room. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, parallels back to Luke and Darth Vader, so.
And there's also that one scene of them fighting, and they basically knocked over the burnt Darth Vader helmet.
Yeah.
Like, destroyed it.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
But the interesting part about that, Rey is holding a dagger.
Yes.
Which, I forget the name, but it was in the Clone Wars TV show. Yeah. So that might be it. So that'd be cool.
Was it also in the Han Solo movie?
What part?
I think the main bad guy had it. I could be wrong, though.
Oh, Paul Bettany.
Yeah.
Nah, different dagger.
Right.
His was more curved,
But, I mean, do you think we're going to legit get Palpatine, or are we going to get Snoke? Like, are we going to...
I mean, there's only one movie left, so if we get Snoked, at least there's, like, the prequels as his backstory, Because with Snoke, we had nothing on him.
And they just killed him.
I mean, we thought Snoke was Palpatine for a good
I thought Snoke was Mace Windu, Palpatine. I thought
he was someone.
Yeah.
But he was no one.
He was just a rich guy that got killed.
Oh, golly. Andy Serkis, you deserve better.
Yeah. We
all deserve better. Star Wars deserved better, but...
I mean, but do you think this movie's going to be good?
I hope it is. Yeah. The Last Jedi really shook my trust, but...
It taught me to expect nothing.
Yeah, expect nothing. I mean, I'm going to have high expectations because, it's the last one in the Skywalker saga, but... if J.J. Abrams does what he said he was going to do and tie in the prequels and the original trilogy, which, by the way, the scene in the trailer was C-3PO, there was a battle droid behind him. The Roger guys from the prequels.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Interesting.
Nah, there's something.
I mean, we see Lando.
We see Lando.
Do you think there'll be any prequel characters that we're going to see?
Besides Palpatine, even though he's a trilogy guy, maybe Anakin.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Hayden Christensen.
I'd like to see him back.
I know he has been making more appearances at Star Wars events.
Exactly, he has.
So I think...
Whether that means anything, we'll see, but I don't know.
I mean, that'd be cool if we get Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan.
That'd be sweet, as Obi-Wan.
Or a combination of the two.
Yeah, but other prequel characters, I don't know. I don't think we'll see many.
Yeah.
So...
Maybe that'd be cool if we get a clone, like an old clone or whatever.
That'd be cool. Rex.
Yeah, just something.
I mean, Rex will probably be dead at that point. Oh, yeah, no, he'd be way dead.
But maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
It would just be cool. I mean, I want some fan service. That's what they need to do.
Yeah.
They need fan service, so...
I mean, just to make up for it. And that's going to be the tough thing, balancing fan service...
With good storytelling.
With good story, and finishing the story.
Yeah.
Because this is the last one. Not the last Star Wars movie, but the last one in the main series. But, I mean, the trailer was just... It looked good. Visually, it looked cool.
Yeah, it looked interesting.
Yeah, the scene with all those ships and the Falcon flying in front of them... I saw on Twitter somewhere, someone said that the ship from the Rebels, Star Wars Rebels, the animated show, that ship was in the background.
I mean, I saw the ship from A New Hope, too, which was bursting through something at some point. So.
Yeah, so...
I mean, there's all that there. I mean, I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, it should be good.
I mean, because, it's a difficult challenge, because not only does the movie have to have an arc,
yeah,
but it's also the third act of this trilogy, which is the third act
of
a trilogy of trilogies.
Trilogies, yeah.
So I mean, it's a daunting task,
Yeah.
But they have a lot of. If anything, The Last Jedi helped it.
Yeah, lowering expectations and kind of giving JJ a pass. He can just be like, well, he's not going to say this, but he could be like, well, I mean, I had to carry the 8th movie on my back and right the wrongs instead of telling my own story.
Yeah. But.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the trailers look good, but then again, we've been misled before. I'm looking at you, Suicide Squad.
True.
Yeah. But...
And I mean, also we that one scene with Palpatine and Rey in the room.
Yeah.
I mean, that very well could be a dream or a forced projection because we know that's a very real thing in the current saga. So.
Yeah. And that scene from a previous trailer with Rey with the double-sided red lightsaber. Yeah.
I mean, that might just be a dream. Or what if that's the ending? And then they wait 15 years for another trilogy.
Oh, man.
Which, honestly, 15 years doesn't seem a long time.
Obviously,
they're going to produce more Star Wars movies throughout that. Hopefully the single Star Wars stories.
I mean, we'll be in our mid to late 30s at that point.
I can wait. I'll be paying taxes by then.
Paying taxes and seeing
dying.
Star Wars, yes. Yeah. And slowly dying that, too. But, oh, man.
It's going to be an interesting summer.
Definitely.
All right, so why don't we move on to the big event that happened this Sunday? The countdown ended.
Yeah, it did.
Watchmen has arrived.
Yes, it has on HBO. The Watchmen TV series, based on the comic and movie of the same name. It was pretty good. It was pretty confusing, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, I honestly thought it was going to just be a loose adaptation of the comic book, but what it looks like at this point is
a continuation.
It's a continuation.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned kind of a remix of it.
Yeah, that's what the creator said it was going to be like.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Alan Moore. I feel like it's hard to adapt his work, his specific work, so I do enjoy this approach to how they're doing Watchmen. Plus, it's such an iconic graphic novel that I feel like this is really the only right way to do it. I mean, because Zack Snyder tried to do a strict adaptation.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, some parts worked.
Yeah.
For the most part, it just didn't work.
Yeah. But I mean, the episode was pretty good. There's a lot of callbacks, a lot of Easter eggs to both the comic and the movie. Overall thoughts?
I liked it. I mean, the intro, I thought it kept in vein with what the movie established, which is Watchmen has great intros.
Yep.
The movie had a great intro. It was
Yep.
Bob Dylan's "These Times Are Changing" was playing underneath. This one was about. I think occurred in the 1910s, maybe
1921, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Tulsa race riots.
Which is interesting because when I took a class on film and racial remembrance and other things like that, the professor kind of told us about how a lot of there was a lot of these successful African American communities throughout America, and a lot of them were destroyed simply by just white people coming in and murdering them and robbing them and stuff like that. So that was a really interesting thing to actually watch. I thought it was super dark, but I thought it was important to watch, and I think it established some themes that are going to develop further throughout the show.
Yeah, because there's definitely a lot of race relation type themes throughout the episode.
I mean, the
Rorschachs, yeah. I mean, they're basically the KKK.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, given Rorschach's history and how much time has passed since he died, you know, like, it's easy to see how his morals or, like, his code of ethics can get misconstrued, you know, into something much more radical, which, as we see in the episode, has happened. But yeah, and also the race riots, it ties back into the end of the episode with the sheet of paper, you know, it says, "Watch over this boy."
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see that play out, because I think there's going to be 8 or 9 episodes in the season.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, sounds about, you know, HBO, but...
I mean, I'm excited to see where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this first episode really focused on Regina King's character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't think of who her character's name is off the top of my head, at least the superhero form. But, I mean, to me, it kind of seems like Silk Spectre. I mean, at least, like, maybe the third one. Because I know in the comics there was 2. There was one from the Minutemen, and then there was one who was part of the Watchmen, and maybe this one is a part of the police department. And maybe she's a descendant or slightly related or something like that. But she was really the main character of the episode, and I thought she did well. Don Johnson, I believe he may have played Night Owl, mainly because of his ship that he crashed in at the end. And then I think we saw Dr. Manhattan too, which...
Yeah, we saw a glimpse of him on Mars.
Yes.
So he's back in our solar system.
Well, do you think the old man at the end was him? Because...
I don't know, man.
How did he make himself glow like that?
And how did he hang someone from a tree while in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
I don't know, but...
I mean, a part of Dr. Manhattan's character was that he couldn't revert back to being human.
Yeah,
so,
you know.
What does this mean?
I don't know. I mean,
people he came in contact with would get cancer, so it's like...
Yeah, so, I mean, it's a tough deal. You know, heavy stuff, but... I don't know. I would like to see more Mr. Manhattan, because he's just such a interesting character, you know? He's so, like... He's such... not to be... I don't know, cheesy about it because he's blue, but he's a pretty cold guy, and he doesn't have any emotions anymore because he's not human.
Can't attach to anything. Everything he loves will just eventually die. So
pretty much, but yeah, Regina King's character I thought was great. Sister Knight was her vigilante name, and then Don Johnson played Judd Crawford, who was the chief of police, I guess we can call him.
Yeah,
he died.
Yeah, which I got a feeling he will have a flashback episode at some point.
Yeah, because I mean. It's Don Johnson, you know, and you kill him off in the first episode, so it's a big thing to do, but there's just a lot of watches, you know?
A lot of visual motifs throughout the episode.
I mean, the stuff with the egg yolks, you know, forming a smiley face, and there's even a little blood spot on the left eye, and
or the police crescent or police badge or whatever.
At the very end, yeah.
Also... there's a lot of promotional material about a countdown for a Minuteman TV special.
Yeah, called American Hero Story.
Yeah, which I'm excited to see that because the comedian's part of that. I think the original Night Owl was part of it. Mothman, Silk Spectre too. So
little reference to American Horror Story.
Yeah.
So probably sort of like an anthology series, maybe a documentary. But they advertised it a lot in the episode, which I mean. Leads us to believe that it'll play some sort of role.
Yeah, I hope it's like a bottle episode or something, like just maybe episode like 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
We just have a complete episode that's basically framed as a documentary, and it gives us all the background, lets us know what the exact connection is to the comic. So,
but yeah, and then Jeremy Irons playing Ozymandias, which hasn't been confirmed in the show, but it's pretty much been confirmed everywhere else that he is playing Ozymandias, which is interesting because. In the Watchmen TV universe, everyone thinks he's dead.
Yes.
And then he makes a reference to Dr. Manhattan in a play he's going to write called The Watchmaker's Son. Dr. Manhattan, before he turned into Dr. Manhattan, when he was a kid, he was the son of a watchmaker.
And he is celebrating an anniversary, which we think might be a part of the cosmic...
squid.
Yeah, the cosmic squid ordeal that happened in the comic books. Which was kind of alluded to with the whole rating thing. with Regina King's character and her son.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, the squid motif, I guess, through the episode, in the original comics, Ozymandias basically brings a cosmic squid from like another dimension, another reality, whatever you want to call it, to unite the people of the world together to fight a common enemy. And then in the first episode, there's a scene where Regina King, she's driving, and then tiny squids just come raining from the sky. So we think that maybe Ozymandias did actually bring a squid.
And that's just the after effect of it.
Yeah, who knows? So we think the anniversary, at least I think the anniversary is either talking about that or when he faked his own death. Yeah. One or the other. Yeah. I mean,
Ozymandias, King of Kings, so.
King of Kings, yeah.
Plus it's Jeremy Irons, so I can't imagine this is like the limitation of his character. He's gonna, Ozymandias is a dramatic character in itself. He's essentially a parody of kind of the Jesus type of the superhero, you know, the ultimate type of character. So I got a feeling he'll have, I don't know, some type of grand return or whatever when stuff gets real crazy. Yeah.
Then maybe Dr. Manhattan comes back too. And then, it wouldn't be much of a fight.
Yeah, Dr. Manhattan's God, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. If Ozymandias is Jesus,
yeah,
Dr. Manhattan's God.
Yeah, if your dad's going to yell at you, you got to listen.
Yeah, you got to listen. But overall, great first episode, I think.
Yeah, I'm excited for episode 2.
Yeah, it set up a lot, for sure, for the rest of the show, as most pilots do. But, I think the action was on par, acting was great, and, like I said, it was pretty confusing, but they gave enough story to the audience to help them follow along, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, so that kind of wraps up our episode, so why don't we give some recommendations to close it out?
You can go first, because I'm still thinking of mine.
Okay, so I am going to recommend... I'm going to recommend the Succession soundtrack for people who need to get some work done, who need to study, who need to just clean their house, you know? Because it's a great soundtrack. It hypes me up. It's beautiful. And it's from a great show. So that's my first recommendation.
The Goldbergs. The Goldbergs, yeah.
The Goldbergs is great.
The Goldbergs is a show on ABC, and it's about a young boy retelling the tales of his family.
Narrated by the Patton Oswalt.
The Patton Oswalt, who is Remy from Ratatouille, for those of you who don't know.
Emotional movie.
Yeah, it is. But the Goldbergs, it's set in the 80s, because that's when Adam Goldberg, the creator of the show and the main character of the show, he grew up in the 80s, so if you love 80s, watch that show. Seasons 1 through 5 are on Hulu, I want to say, and season 6 is going on right now on ABC, so that's my first recommendation.
Awesome. And then my next one is going to be, since it's Halloween, you and I recently watched Midsommar and Hereditary.
Oh, man.
Which was directed by Ari Aster, I believe. Mm-hmm. Which those movies were awesome. I recommend watching Hereditary first, because that's just straight spooky.
Yep.
And then watching Midsommar, because that is just a cinematic experience.
Midsommar.
That everyone needs to have.
That movie messed me up, man.
I was so scared going to bed, woke up so happy, wanted to watch it again. I'm going to watch it again soon, so...
I don't want to go to a foreign country. No.
Yeah.
But sticking to the Halloween theme, my next recommendation, as I'm thinking of it, Scream. Yeah. The first one.
First one?
The first Scream. It honestly goes downhill from there. There's 4 movies, but the first Scream, Wes Craven, straight slasher, and they're pretty meta about it. Yeah. But it's just a great movie.
Solid cast, too.
Solid cast, yeah. Nev Campbell, Drew Barrymore, yep.
David Arquette, Matthew Lillard, or whoever played Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo movies.
Yeah. Courtney Cox was in the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in that too, so great cast, great movie. But you can just stop there. And then maybe watch the TV show if you want to.
Yeah.
There's 2 seasons. And that's my second recommendation. And I think that just about wraps it up. So, closing thoughts. I don't know,
man.
Oh, wait, I have a closing thought. Right. You've never seen Die Hard.
I've never seen Die Hard.
You have never seen Die Hard.
I've never seen the Christmas classic Die Hard.
Oh, man.
I know that he walks on glass, crawls through a vent, and says Yippee-ki-yay. Yeah. That's the extent I know. I also know how bad the other movies get and how extreme they get. So, one of my goals for this year is to watch Die Hard during the Christmas time.
You've never seen Die Hard.
Never seen Die Hard.
Man, that's...
Never eaten at Cinnabon either. So
you've never eaten at Cinnabon?
Yeah. All right. Well, that closes the show. Do you have any final thoughts, or should we just say goodbye?
Watch Watchmen.
And tell your mom you love her. Goodbye.
See ya.